Hello guys, in this video I'll show you how to make this cool hover card animation using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Let's jump into it. First, let's make a folder on desktop and I will name it nice hover animation. Next, open this folder on your code editor, or in this case I will use Visual Studio Code, and don't forget to open your browser too, and in this case I will use Firefox. Let's make a file index.html and asset folder style.css and script.js. Add some HTML basic stuff, or if you use Visual Studio Code you can press Shift+1 on the keyboard and press tab. Let's change title to hover card. Next, open project on browser, or you are using Visual Studio Code, you can install extension called Live Server and open this file with it. And because port 5500 already taken by another project of me, we'll use port 5501 instead. Now we will import style.css to this file using link tag and script.js using script tag. Don't forget to add differ attribute on top of it. Because I like dark theme, let's change it first to black. Now it's much better. And then add margin 0 to reset the default style of the browser. Now add a div with class group. Style it with CSS, add display grid, let's add 5 column each. It's fine. Now let's move. Add div with class card. Inside it add image tag with class image and add width and height to the card. But wait a second, let's search for aspect ratio card from Google first. I'll choose 5 divided by 7 instead. Now let's add background color so you can see it clearly, and add some border radius too. Next, duplicate it until 20 items. Add some gap and padding to group class, but it quite wide. Let's wrap it to a container. Add some style, center it with these 5 flags. Now it looks good to me. And now we need some picture. Let's go to Google, Gaussian impact, character, right click, inspect element, open in new tab, save image as, rename to show, and save. Repeat this until we get 20 pictures. I already have 20 pictures, so I just need to copy and paste. Now add directory from picture to source and add some alternate name, but it's get bigger. Let's style it first to class image, add width and height. Now, but it's not look good. Let's add some object fit cover, and now it's good. Wait, what is that at the corner? Overflow hidden. Now it's fixed. Next, add a source and alternate name to the entire image tag. I'll make it fast so you not wait too long. Now add background color based on vision that they have. It's kinda boring. Let's change to linear gradient. Now it looks nice. Add 5 more background type, but before that let's simplify it first. Now we can move to the next step. Add background color to all card. Add background size to image. Now let's make it more cool. Add keyframe. Let's name it scroll. Add animation. Oops, not in image but in card. Let's move it to image. Change it to 2 seconds. The animation not quite good. Let's change it. Gradient 2 seconds, not to SS. If you can see, now the background has animation. Next, add text to the card. Add div with class text, type name of the character. Add some styles, center it with position absolute, transform, translate. Now add text to all the card. After that we will change the font. Go to Google Font, search unbounded. Select regular, medium and semi-bold. Copy the text at the right side and paste at head tag on index.html. Change font family to unbounded. Now I want when my cursor is above of the card, the cursor change to pointer. To do that, let's add cursor pointer to class card with hover state. And now I want the text only show when I hover the card. Add translate value and add translate value to Negative 50% to class text when card is hover. Add some transition to make it cool. But I don't want the text come from top to center. I want the text come from bottom to center. Let's change translate y value to positive value instead. Now I want the image a little bit transparent when I hover it. Let's reduce the opacity to 0.5 at hover state. As always, add transition to make it cool. The problem now, the text is transparent too. To solve this problem, add set index and change it to 1, I think. Next, we will make something that interact with cursor. Add a circle with 5 frame or 80 pixel using after pseudo element. Background color black. But why the circle not showing up? Let's debug a little. Add transform translate. There it is. Delete transform. Add left 0. Add border radius. I want a background color so a little bit bright. Let's change it. Now to make the circle interact and the circle follow the cursor, whenever the cursor moves, we need some JavaScript. Let's move to script.js. First, we need to select all the cards because card variable or array. Let's loop it using for each. Add event on mouse move that will execute handle mouse move function that accept event parameter. Let's see what's inside event using console log first. Now you can see inside event there are several value and we need that client X and client Y value. We can use current target to select target by using this structuring like this cons current target equal to event. Let's console this current target. Oops, why it's error? Sorry, my bad. Not current target, but target. And there it is. Then move to the next step. Client X and client Y values not enough to solve the problem. We need another value to solve it, so we add rect variable equal to target.getBounding client rect to get size of an element and its position relative to the viewport. And let's console log it. There it is. We need that top and left value. Now we can make variable x equal to event.client minus rect.left and another variable y equal to event.client_y minus rect.top. Let's comment this, log this, and we get what we want. Now there is another problem. How we update the position of the element based on x and y value. Actually, it's easy. We can use CSS variable to solve this. Let's change the property of CSS variable using JavaScript like this. Move to the style.css, add transform translate with value that using CSS variable. It should be done, but why the circle not follow the cursor? Let's debug it. What if we try to add top 0? Still not showing up. Add another left 0. Aha, it works. Now let's center the circle relative to the cursor. Reduce the x and y value by half of the circle size. Now it's cool. Delete this, we don't need it anymore. Move this to the top, change it to inset 0, it's better. Now I want the circle height when I hover outside the card. Add opacity 0 and when we hover it change back to opacity 1. Cool, add some transition, so far so good now. What if we add another circle outside card? Jump to index.html, add class mouse to the body, style it, copy and paste, comment this, boom. Where's my card? Wait a second. This is my bad. Let's select the before pseudo element and add position to relative to the main mouse class. It should be solve the problem. Change background to white. Now jump to script.js, select the mouse class, add event mouse move. Why it's not moving? Let's debug it. See the console, mouse card is undefined. This is the problem. Delete this, it should be done. Yes. Now why the circle inside the card looks jittery? But first, let's change the behavior of the circle outside the card, like the circle inside the card. Now it's more broken. Let's add position absolute to this image. It fixed but still jittery. Let's remove transform transition property. Cool. All the problems solved. Now I want to make all the cards line up at the center, and when I hover it, it's back to their respective position. To make process easy, let's add some helpers, horizontal and vertical line. Start from 10th card and 11th card. Add transform translate. Now remove the helpers line and add transform translate to other elements. And the last but not least, add translate 0, 0 on hover state to group and then card, so the card can back to their position. Add some transitions, make it cool. Let's add the duration and boom, nice hover card effect animation is done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye.